hope it is visible for everyone and I am audible also. So let's start today's class. Today we will talk about nuclear and particle physics course for the assignment week, previous year question for the week 8. So question number 1. Question number 1. So this is the first question for assignment 8, previous year question. So in a given reference frame, energy of a photon in a beam is 66 MeV. Taking the direction of the beam as z-axis, its form momentum with all number in MV units is how much? Okay, so this is the question and there are 4 options. The form momentum is like 33,0,033 by c, like that. So what will be the answer for this question? Basically, we have given reference frame, energy of the photon is given as 66 MeV. So whatever is given, I am going to write that one. Energy of the photon is 66 MeV. Okay. Then, taking the direction of the beam as z-axis, direction of beam as z-axis. Okay. Then its form momentum, they are asking about form momentum. So in form momentum, what is there? There is nothing 1 by E by C and then P vector, right? And they are asking about E gamma. E gamma means this is the energy for photon. Now we have to check, we already know that there is a relation E square equals to M square plus B square, right? I mean M square C square plus B square. Okay, fine. Like if I want to write with C also, then E square equals to M square C to the power 4 plus B square C square, like that. But if I write here C equals to 1, there will be no C term here. Okay, but for photon, we know that the mass of the photon is 0. I mean rest mass of the photon is 0. So what will left? It will left only that E square equals to P square. P is nothing but the vector square, right? This is nothing but Px square plus Py square plus Pz square. For photon only, because there is no M gamma for this photon. So this is the first expression we got to know from This is the first expression from the photon condition that it has the rest mass as 0. In that question again, it was showing that the direction of the beam as z-axis only. So the direction of the beam as z-axis only. That means our Pz is non-zero, but Px, Py both are 0. Why? Because there is no direction of the beam along x and y axis, so that's why Px and Py are 0, only Pz is non-zero. Now if I write here E square equals to P square equals to Px square plus Py square plus Pz square, and as it is direction of the beam is along the z-axis, so we can have Pz equals to non-zero and Px, Py equals to 0. So I can write it like 0 plus 0 plus Pz square, right? So it will be simply E square equals to Pz square. Now we know what is E. E is already given as 66. Yes? So it will be like, actually I have to put the C here again. So that means like E square equals to E square C square. Let me write here with the correct notation. E square C square. So it will be like E square C square. So this is C square. E square C square. So now Pz square will be E square by C square and E is like 66 MeV. Yes. So the value will be like Pz will be 66 square divided by C square. So Pz is nothing but 66 divided by c. So now our P, 4 momentum P mu, 4 momentum, this is 4 momentum. This 4 momentum is nothing but 1 is E by C, this is P0 component, and then P vector. So that can be written as E by C, Px, Py, Pz. So as this is Ex is like 66 by C, because E is already given as 66 MeV, and Px is already 0, Py is 0, Pz is I have already calculated, Pz is again 66 by C. So the 4 momentum will be like in MeV unit 66, 0, 0, 66 by C. So now let me check here which one is the correct option. The correct option is D, 66 by C, 0, 0, 66 by C. So for this question what we calculated, we just simply put here the E gamma equals to 66 MeV. Direction of the beam is given as z-axis. So that means Px, Py is equals to 0 and Pz is not equals to 0. Now P mu is equals to E by C and P vector, and we know that square equals to P in this case it will be 4 plus P square C square. So now for photon in gamma is 0, that means square is simply, actually it will be C square only. If I can take the C square terms, so square will be Px square plus Py square plus Pz square into C square. Now here Px square, Py square are 0 because it is only along the z-axis. So it will be simply Pz square C square, then Pz square will be square by C square, then Pz will be 66 by C. So if I write here in the terms of 4 momentum, then it will be E by C and P vector. So it is 66 by C, 0, 0, 66 by C. I hope it is fine, so that we can go to the next question. Okay. Next question. Two particles A and B of the same mass 15 GeV each are collided to produce a heavier particle C of mass 200 GeV. What is the total energy of the particle A in the center of mass frame needed for this? And there are 4 options: 50 GeV, 100 GeV, 200 GeV, and the mass of C cannot be larger than 30 GeV. Okay. So two particles A and B, right? So that means there is A, there is B. Two particles A and B of same mass, 15 GeV each. Let me write here M, which is 15 GeV, 15 GeV. Okay, are collided to produce a heavier particle C. So these two are colliding, and then it is making a heavier particle C, and the C has a mass 200 GeV. So let me write here mass is 200 GeV. What is the total energy of particle A in the center of mass frame needed for this? Okay, first of all, for the center of mass frame, they are asking for in the center of mass frame, total momentum, I mean like initial as well as final, should be 0. So what does this mean? This means that in center of mass frame, we are talking center of mass frame, there is one particle A, there is another particle B. Let me write here, this is the initial system, right? Because two particles are colliding and one C will producing. So the C will be in the final state, and the A will be, A and B will be in the initial state. So in center of mass frame, the total momentum should be 0 for the initial case as well as for the final case. So what does this mean? This means that the total momentum, that means PA and PB, it should be equals to 0. So in pictorially, if I want to tell, this is coming this side, this is coming this side, and it will collide and it is becoming C. So you can see here, if I write here that this is the PA direction, and this is PB direction. So PA is nothing but minus of PB because it is in the different direction. So the center of mass frame, if we are talking, then the total momentum should be 0, and from this condition we can say that PA should be equal to minus of PB. Actually it should be vector form, okay? I mean like vector, all these things. So this is the condition, it is already given in the question, and one more condition is given that the mass of the particle A and B are 15, and the mass of the particle of C is 200 GeV. So what they are asking? They are asking that what is the total energy of the particle A in the center of mass frame needed for this. So what is the total energy for center of mass frame of A? So it is like that. To happen this interaction, to happen this collision, obviously we can tell that the total energy of A plus total energy of B should be equals to total energy of C. Otherwise, if the energy momentum conservation is not followed in any nuclear reaction or any reaction, that will not gonna happen. So for this case also we will just focus on the total energy. So for total energy means what? Total energy of A plus total energy of B should be equals to total energy of C. Okay? So now total energy of A. Total energy of A means what? There will be like rest mass plus kinetic energy of A plus rest mass plus kinetic energy of B equals to rest mass plus kinetic energy of C. Yes? So, yeah. So rest mass of A is given as 15 plus, let me write here kinetic energy as x, because that is the main thing we need to calculate. So this is x plus rest mass of B is 15 plus rest mass of B, kinetic energy of E. So kinetic energy of A and kinetic energy of B should be equal because P vector is equals to minus P vector. So that means what? And again okay, let me write here kinetic energy is what? I mean, if it is a non-relativistic particle, then simply P squared by m. Right. So here you can see that P is nothing but P squared. PA and PB are same. I mean, like PA is equals to minus PB. So mod of PA is equals to mod of PB, and P square of PA square should be equals to PB square. So that means kinetic energy of A should be equals to kinetic energy of B, because both particles have the same mass. Yes. So this is also the x. I mean, like whatever the kinetic energy of x will be there, A will be there, the same kinetic energy will be there for B also. Now rest mass of C is 200 plus kinetic energy of C. Kinetic energy of C means in center of mass frame, as I told you, the final as well as initial momentum sum will be 0. So initial momentum sum is 0. That means the C particle is at rest right now. So if it is at rest, then there will be no kinetic energy associated for C. So that means there will be nothing. That is 0. Now we can see that 50-50, that means 30. 30 plus 2x, that is equals to 200, and x is kinetic energy. Just remember, it is not total energy, this is kinetic energy of A, which is equals to kinetic energy of B. So 2x equals to 200 minus 30, that is 170. X will be 170 by 2, which is 85 GeV. Okay. So kinetic energy of X is 85 GeV. Now total energy, they are asking the total energy of A in center of mass frame to happen that collision. So that will be rest mass plus kinetic energy of A. So rest mass is 15, kinetic energy is 85. So as a whole it is 100 GeV. Okay. So for this question, what we have done, we have just mentioned here that the total energy of A and total energy of B should be equal to total energy of C, and then the rest mass energy, total energy means the rest mass energy, and the what rest mass energy and kinetic energy, and then similarly for B also rest mass energy plus kinetic energy, for C rest mass energy plus kinetic energy. So as we have seen that in center of mass frame, A, B and PB will be same but with a different direction. So and as the mass of the A and B are exactly same, so kinetic energy of A will be same as kinetic energy of B. Now for C case, the kinetic energy will be 0 because C will be at rest in this case, center of mass frame system. So after putting all these values, 15 plus x plus 15 plus x is equals to 200 plus 0. Okay. So 200 plus 0, so x will be, okay, so that means 30 plus 2x equals to 200, 2x is 170, then x is 170 by 2, which is 85 GeV. Now we got the kinetic energy of A is 85 GeV, so total energy of A will be 15 plus 85, which is 100 GeV. So let me check which one will be the correct option. Yes, this one is the correct option. Okay, what is the total energy of particle A in the center of mass frame needed for this? Okay, so yes, we can go to the next question. I'm audible, right? I hope yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the third question. In that third question, which of the following cannot represent the force momentum of a particle? Which of the following cannot represent the force momentum of a particle? The numbers are in appropriate units. Cannot represent. So we have to check that which one is wrong. Okay. So P mu. As I told you, P mu is E by C and then P vector, right? I mean, like, yes, fine. So, if I write here again, E square equals to, let's say, M square C square C to the power 4 plus B square C square. That is Einstein's equation. I mean, it is known for everyone. This is the rest mass energy and this is the momentum. So, E square equals to M square C to the power 4 plus B square C square. And we have to check that which among these four, which one is correct or which one is wrong. So what does this mean? This means that, see, E square minus B square C square. P is nothing but here P vector square, okay, B square C square. That is equals to M square C to the power 4. Just forget right now about C, because obviously I can put everywhere C equals to 1. So E square minus P vector square, that should be equals to M square. Now, in that P mu expression, whatever it is given, something, comma something, comma something, comma something, there are 4 terms, right? So among these 4 terms, if this type of relation is satisfied, then only we can say that, okay, P mu is correct. This type of interaction is satisfied means what? That means like E square should be greater than P square, or should be greater than or equals to P square, because we don't know about mass right now. But it should be, I mean, mass should not be a negative value, right? So mass should not be the negative value. So E square should be greater than or equals to P square. So why I am telling that one? The thing is like E square should be greater than or equals to means like when m equals to 0, or when m equals to non-zero, that means E square is greater than P square. P square means Px square plus Py square plus Pz square. Okay, so this is the condition we have to satisfy for every cases. And for non-negative mass, even also the mass is negative also, then m square was there, so obviously there is no problem. So it should be always positive. So this will hold always. E square should be greater than equals to p square square, px square plus pi square plus pz square. It can be equal or it can be greater than. Now let me check one by one. First of all, it was 7405. 7405. So this p mu is nothing but in the notation px, py, pz. For this for this unit conversion, let me take it c as 1. So for this case, I can write here e equals to 7. Obviously, without appropriate, with appropriate unit, there is some unit is there, but we are not taking care about that unit right now. Px is 4, py is 0, pz is 5. Right? Now, e square. E square is what? 7 square. This is 49. Now, p vector square, that means px square plus py square plus pz square. So what will be the answer for that? 4 square plus 0 square plus 5 square. So it is like 16 plus 0 plus 25. Now you can see it is like 1, 3, 4. So 49, which is e square, that is greater than 41, which is p vector square. As I told you, the main expression will be e square should be greater than or equals to p square. So it is fine for this case. That means the option number A is fine. There is, we can write the four momentum representation of a particle in this form. Okay. Now coming to 10806. 10806. Again, for this case, E is 10. Obviously, we are taking C equals to 1 right now. Px is 8. Py 0. Pz 6. Now E square. E square is 10 square. This is 100. Px square. Px square is 8 square. 64. Py square is 0. Pz square is 36. 6 square, right? So E square is 100. P square is 64 plus 0 plus 36. So you can just add these things 0, 6, 100. Now you can see that E square is exactly equals to P square. That is also fine. Why? Let me write here m equals to 0. So m square is also 0. So if I write here E square equals to P square plus m square, so E square will be P square. That is fine. So this second option is also fine when m will be 0. So m can be 0 or m can be positive, but it should not be there that E square is less than P square. So this option is also fine. Now coming to 7506. 7506. Similarly, I can write here E equals to 7, Px 5, Py 0, Pz 6. E square is 7 square, which is 49. Px square is 25. Py square 0. Pz square 36. Now you can see 49, this is E square. Now Px square plus Py square plus Pz square. What is the answer for that? It is 25 plus 0 plus 36. It is 1, 5, 6. Now obviously 49 is less than 61. That means in this case E square is less than P square, which is not correct. Okay, because m square should not be negative value. So the answer for this question, that like which of the following cannot represent the momentum of a particle, this will be the option number C. Now coming to again the 10807. 10807. 10807. So let me write here 100. this is 64, this is 49. Now you can also see that 100 is the E square, and for P square it is 49 plus 64. How much the value is? It is like 3, 4, 11. So obviously E square is less than P square. That is also not the correct one. So which of the following options means, like C is also cannot represent the forward momentum of the particle, D is also cannot represent the forward momentum particle. Okay, so I hope you can understand this question, because we just mainly we have to focus on that E square should be greater than or equals to Px square plus Py square plus Pz square. So after putting on these values, we can confirm that A, B are the correct option to have the forward momentum of a particle, but C and D are not the correct option for the forward momentum particle, when forward momentum representation of a particle. Because always n square is positive or 0. N square cannot be negative. Whether n is positive or negative, that does not matter, that n square is positive or negative. N square should be always positive, because this is a simple scalar term. Okay, so yeah. Then coming to the fourth question, which of the following cannot represent the forward momentum of a particle? Oh, exactly similar question. So we can just quickly do that one. First option, 6, 4, 0, 2. That means 36, 16, 4. So E square is 36, E square is 16 plus 0 plus 4. So now you can see that this is 20. So it is fine. Like E square is greater than P square or equals. That is fine. Now coming to 5, 4, 0, 3. 5, 4, 0, 3. So E is 5, Px 4, Py 0, Pz 3. So it is like 25 is E square, and for this it is 16, this is 0, this is 9. So now you can see 25 equals to E square, and 16 plus 0 plus 9, that is also 25, which is P square. So E square equals to P square, that is also fine. Now coming to 6, 5, 0, 4. 6, 5, 0, 4. So for this case, E equals to 6, Px 5, Py 0, Pz 4. Now for this case, E square is 36, Px is 25, this is 0, this is 16, right? So 36 is E square, and Px square plus Py square plus Pz square, this is 25 plus 0 plus 16. So it is 1, 3, 4. So E square less than P square for this case, which is not correct. So the option number C is it cannot represent the forward momentum of the particle. So option number C is the answer. Now coming to 7504, that also we have to check. 7504. So E is 7, Px is 5, Py 0, Pz 4. So E square equals to 7 square, which is 49. This is 25, this is 0, this is 14. Now see the answer, 49 equals to E square, and P square equals to 16 plus 0 plus 25. So 1, 3, 4. So this is fine, 49 is greater than 41. So we can see P square is greater, E square is greater than P square. So only the problem is with C. A, B and D, these three can represent the forward momentum of a particle, but C cannot represent the forward momentum of a particle. Okay. Okay, then next question, question number 5. Two 4 vectors are p mu equals to 8503 and k mu equals to 6430. The value of p mu, k mu is how much? Okay. So p mu is 8503. K mu is 6430. Let's see one thing. If p mu as well as k mu, whatever we are talking, that is nothing but a 4 momentum transformation. I mean 4 momentum, right? So in 4 momentum we can always write it like, let's say E by C, E1, let's say P1x, P2x, P3x. We can write it like that. And here also E2 by C, P2x, P1y, sorry. P1y, P1z. So P2x, P2y, P2z. I can write it like that. So now, if I write here Px in terms of this one, that is very good. Now coming to K mu. It is in the superscript. Right now we are writing here, it is in the subscripts. So what will be the value for that? The value for that will be like E2 by C minus P2x minus P2y minus P2z. So why I am writing like that? Because it is given that P mu. That means one is superscript and another one is subscript. I mean, why I can write it like that? Because our metric tensor is like 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. So I think it is already given by, it is already explained by Professor Thomas Pablo. So that means if I write here P mu, K mu, then it will be like, and it is the dot product, okay? So E1 by C, P1x, P1y, P1z dot E2 by C minus P2x minus P2y minus P2z. Okay. So if I calculate the dot product, then what will happen? E1, E2 by C square. Now you can see P1x and minus P2x. So it will be minus P1x, P2x minus P1y, P2y minus P1z, P2z. Okay. So now if I put the values whatever given here, 8503, 6430. 8503, 6430. So for this case, I am writing with a very step by step calculation. Here E1 by C is 8, P1x 5, P2x P1y 0, P1z 3. Similarly here E2 by C is 6, P1y 4, P1 x 1 P2x is 4, P2y is 3, P2z is 0. Okay. So P mu dot K mu. So I have already written the expression K1 E1 E2 by C square. So E1 E2 by C square. So it will be simply, I am writing here only present there. 8 and C. 8 into C, 8 into 6 by C to the power 4 minus P1x P2x. P1x P2x is like 5 into 4 minus 0 into 3 minus 3 into 0. And okay, there is, I think it is given in the appropriate unit. So obviously, as a whole, there will be no c square. Yes, it is given that E1 by C is 8. So E1 by C is 8 and E2 by C is 6. So 8 into 6 simply. So K2 and P2, it will be 8 into 6 minus 5 into 4 minus 0, 0. Okay. So 5 into 4. Okay. Minus 20. So it is 28. 8 into 6, 48. 5 into 4, 20, 28. So P mu dot K mu equals to 28. How can I calculate that one? I calculate that one with the help of 8503 A6430, and as it is, one is subscript and another one is, one is superscript and another one is subscript. So 8 into 8 into 6 minus whole. 5 into 4 plus 0 into 3 plus 3 into 0. Then that is this. Okay, write your answer as an integer. Obviously this will be in an integer form, so that's why I can write it like that. It's fine, I think. Okay, I have one announcement. Actually, in this course, there is another TA is there. I think his name is Rohit maybe. So, he will not take the class for next week at Saturday. So, he will take the class for next week as Friday, and I will take his class on next week as Saturday. Okay, so whoever is going to join my class in the next week, they will come on the Saturday only, because next week Friday I will not be there at the same time, obviously. But next week Saturday I will be there from 6 to 8, and he will be there in the next week on Friday from 6 to 8. I mean, in the replacement of me, he will be there on Friday, and I will be there on the replacement of him on Saturday. Okay. So I thought that I will be forgetting to play that, so that's why. Okay. Yeah. So question number 6. 2 vectors, 2 4 vectors are okay. The similar question. So let me quickly do that one. P mu is 7, 5, 0, 2. K mu is 5, 2, 4, 0. So P mu dot K mu. The value will be like 7 into 5 minus 5 into 2 minus 0 into 4 minus 2 into 0. 35 minus 10 minus 0 minus 0. So it is 25. Okay. 35 is there, 10 is there, so it will be 25. Okay. I mean, maybe I have done that one very step jump calculation, but obviously as it is already explained in the previous question, so obviously it's fine. We just need to calculate E1, E2 by 6c to the power 4, then P1x, P2x, P1y into P2y, P1z into P2z, and then by minus sign because it is like superscript and subscript, that's fine. Okay. So maybe I can go to the next question, question number 7. The 4-dimensional position coordinate of a particle is x mu t x y z, and its forward momentum is p mu 8404, where we have taken c equals to 1, and the values are given in appropriate units. The mass of the particle is in appropriate units will be how much? This is the question. Okay. See, in that question, there is x mu t x y z. So if x mu is equal to t x y z, that is nothing. I mean, there is no values, right? So it's simply information. But the p mu is important here. 4 times the visual coordinate of a particle is x mu t x y z, and its momentum d mu is given by Yato, where we have taken c equals to 1. Obviously, we are taking c equals to 1. And the values are given in appropriate units. The mass of the particle they are asking. So obviously, from that equation, E square equals to P square C square plus M square C to the power 4. Now as C equals to 1, I can write it like P square equals to P square plus M square. So M square will be P square minus P square, and M will be root over P square minus P square. They are asking about M. Okay? And they have given the value P mu as 8404. P mu as 8404. Now see, this is in terms of E by C, Px, Py, Pz. So from this I can write E by C is equals to 8. Obviously this is C equals to 1, so that means E will be 8 simply. And now Px is 4, Py is 0, Pz is again 4. Then E square will be 8 square, 64. Px square plus Py square plus Pz square is P square, that is 16 plus 0 plus 16, right? So it will be 32. Now you can see E square is 64, P square is 32. And I have told you that what is the expression for M? M is root over E square minus P square. So M is root over E square minus P square. That means root over 64 minus 32. This is root over 32. Yes? So M is root over 32. The mass of the particle is root over 32 in appropriate unit when the 4 momentum is given by 8404 and C is equals to 1. So this option is the correct one. Okay, so I think it's fine. Here what we did, we just simply P mu equals to 8404 and H square equals to B square 6 plus M square square 4, C equals to 1 means K will be root over D square minus B square, and P we can write it in terms of 8404, which is equal to E by C Px Py Pz, and then by putting all these values we can have the value of M as root over 32. Next question. The 4-dimensional position coordinate of a particle is x mu equals to t x y z, and its 4 momentum is p mu, where we have taken c equals to 1 and the values are given in appropriate units. The total energy of the particle is how much? Okay. Now we are talking about total energy. It's very simple and very similar question from the previous one, but only difference is there. They were talking in the previous question as the mass, but here they are asking the total energy of the particle. So simply we have to write that P mu is 6402. These are all in appropriate units. That means E by C, Px, Py, Pz. E by C is equal to 6, Px 4, Py 0, pz2. Okay, so yes, and c is equals to 1. So e will be 6, px4, py0, pz2. Now you can see they are asking what is the total energy of the particle. Now E is what? E is total energy, which is the sum of rest mass energy, and momentum scale, like kinematics. So you can see that our total energy is nothing but E, and it is already given there. E is given by 6. So the answer will be simply 6. Because total energy is already given and C is already given as 1. So E by C is 6 and as C is equals to 1. So U will be 6. And they are asking the total energy of the particle. So its total energy will be exactly E. Okay. The 4-dimensional position coordinate of a particle is this one, and its form momentum is 6.02, whether we have taken c equals to 1 and the values are given in appropriate units. The mass of the particle is how much? Now it is fine, like mass they are asking. So exactly similar whatever it was previous to previous question. So E equals to 6. I am not writing it as E by C because E is already 1. So px4, py0, pz2. Now mass. For mass, E square equals to p square plus m square. M square will be E square minus p square. M will be root over E square minus p square. Now E square is how much? 6 square, 36. P square is px square plus py square plus pz square. Px square is 402. 4 square, 0 square, 2 square. So it is 1604, which is 20. So M will be root over 36 by 20. Well, 36 minus 20. So it is simply root over 16. So root over 16 is 4. So the mass of the particle is 4 in appropriate unit. Okay. It is exactly similar whatever it was previous to previous question. We are just putting E, Px, Py, Pz values, then E square equals to P square plus M square, and E square is 36. M square is E square minus P square, M is root over E square minus P square. Then P square I have calculated as 20, M will be root over 36 minus 20, which is root over 16 and equals to 4. Okay. There is a question number 10. Given that E equals to minus grad phi minus del A del T, E prime equals to minus grad phi prime minus del A prime del T, and A prime equals to A plus grad lambda, phi prime equals to phi minus del lambda del T. Then which of the following is or are correct? Here lambda is a scalar function and c is the speed of light in vacuum. Okay. Now whatever it is given here, I am just going to write. E is minus grad phi. I am not writing here all the time the vector sign because all are vectors here. Obviously lambda is not vector, but yeah, fine. Other things are vector, but lambda is not a vector, lambda is a scalar function. Minus del A del T. Okay, so without it, and phi is also not a vector, phi is a scalar. E prime is no, so this phi prime minus del A prime del T, and then A prime is A plus grad lambda. And phi prime is phi minus del lambda del T. So here there is no vector sign because all are scalars here. Now they are asking that which one will be the correct option. Which one will be the correct option means E prime is equals to E, or E prime is equals to minus E, or the second option is E prime is minus CB, or E prime is CB prime. So what does this means actually? Prime, whatever the prime is there, that is the after transformation in one frame to another frame. So E was previous frame and E prime was in the after transformation with some condition, the final field is E prime. Okay, and the transformation in such a way that A prime is equals to A plus grad lambda and phi prime equals to phi minus del lambda del T. Now we have to check that E prime, either E prime is equals to E, or E prime is minus E, or E prime is minus CB prime, or E prime is CB prime. So here, first of all, E prime all are given, so we have to calculate straightforwardly. But what is B here? B is not given till now. B is nothing but curl of A. So if I want to write here B prime, that means curl of A prime. Okay. Now let me write here one by one. E prime is equals to E or not, that we are going to check first. So for that case, what we will do? E prime we will going to write. E prime is minus grad phi prime minus del A prime del T. Okay. And A prime is A plus this, and phi prime is phi minus del lambda del T. Now what we will do, as it is already given as A prime, so del A prime del T. What will happen? Del T of A plus this. So it will be del A del T plus del T of grad lambda, and you know that like T and del are independent to each other, so it can become outside also. It can also be written as like that. Now coming to grad phi prime. Grad phi prime. Grad of phi prime. Phi minus del lambda del T. You can see here this one I have just written. Yes. So if I write these things, then this minus grad of del lambda del T. Okay. So E prime is minus this minus this. So this one, okay, del prime, this one is that one, so that means minus of this minus and minus plus del lambda del T minus del A prime del T. Del A prime del T is how much? Del A del T plus this. So del A del T plus grad of del lambda del T. Now minus grad phi plus grad del lambda del t minus del A del t minus grad del lambda del t. Now see, the grad del lambda del t plus or minus will cancel out. So it will be grad phi minus del A del t, which is exactly same as E vector. So we were starting with E prime vector and we got as E vector. So E prime vector is equals to E vector. Okay, so this option is correct. Now you can see that if this option is correct, that means B option will not be correct anymore, because E prime is not exactly minus E, as I already calculated that E prime is E. So the first option is correct. Now coming to C and D option, E prime is either CB or minus CB. So E prime, this was there, and B prime is curl of A prime. So this it can again be written like minus grad lambda minus del A del t, because we have checked that E prime equals to E. Now coming B prime, C B prime. C B prime means C into curl of A prime. A prime. Now curl of A prime. A prime we have to write it in terms of A plus, see here, A prime was A plus grad lambda. So C into curl of A plus curl of grad lambda. Now C curl of A plus C curl of grad lambda. So curl of grad lambda is how much? That is 0. So it will be simply curl of A. Now you can see hello. Hello. Actually, I was totally out of the internet connection. Sorry for this inconvenience. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen right now. So there, where we were there in that, like E prime was E was there. We have already checked. Now E prime was this one, and C B prime. Okay, so what is the option? C and D was there. C and D option was like E prime is equals to minus CB, or E prime is equals to CB. Now see here, like see, we have checked that E prime is equals to E. We have checked, and also we can check that B prime is equals to B. I have already given that one also. Yes, CB prime. CB prime is equals to CB. Yes. So we can check, right? CB prime is equals to CB, and E prime is equals to E. These two we can understand from the transformation equation, whatever it is given here. But they are asking that E prime is equals to CB prime, or E prime is equals to minus, CB or minus CB. That they are asking. Because but you can see that there is no direct relation between E prime and C, because we can't write E prime in terms of CB. E prime is simply minus grad delta minus del A del T, a grad phi minus del A del T, and CB is simply C curl of A. So what I am telling, minus grad A grad phi minus del A del T, that is E, that is again E prime, but CB is C into curl of A, which is again curl of A prime. So there is not such relation in between these two, because you can see that it is minus grad phi and it is minus del A del T, and in the right hand side it is C of curl of A or C of curl of A prime. So we can't write E prime as C or C into B, or E prime is equals to minus C into B. So that is not correct. There is no direct relationship between E and B in such a transformation, so that we can write E prime equals to C into B or E prime equals to minus C into B. Okay. So we can tell in that option. Okay. In that option, whatever it is showing, whatever it is showing there, we can have only the option number A as correct one. B, C and D are not correct. Okay, again I was disconnected, but fine. Okay, let me share my screen. So what I told that there was only one option correct from this transformation relation information whatever they have provided here, which is E prime equals to E, and other options will not be the correct one for this case. Okay, because for C and D there is no such direct relation between E and B for this under this transformation, so that we can write E prime equals to minus CB or E prime equals to CB. Okay, so these are the 10 questions. I thought that I will cover for assignment 8 previous year question paper talk section. So if you have any doubt or any question regarding these 10 questions, you can ask me, as it's already a little bit early today, 7. Again it was getting hang. But okay, fine. If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Among these 10 questions, do you have any doubt? Maybe I can show these questions from the very beginning, but I don't know how much I can show you, because it's early. I can't share that one right now, because whenever I'm going to share my screen, then it is disconnected automatically. But yeah, if you have doubt, you can ask me, or otherwise it's fine maybe. I think you can remember these questions. 10 questions were there, and these questions were, obviously comparatively simple questions. So let me share my screen, but maybe okay. have any question regarding array? Hello, do you have any question regarding array?